Meanwhile, as Donald Trump contemplates options for North Korea, fortunately, he's going to have the opportunity to get some top advice from some of his top advisors. Presumably, as he's in Europe, he will have someone DVR Fox's The Five.
That's why trying to leverage China is only one option. That's only one article of clothing, correct?
Exactly.
40%, that's a lot of trade. And if we want to go into a trade war with China, that's what we're going to have to do. But I think there's other things you can do. You have the UN Security Council sanctions package. You can do that. But again, another ban phrase.
This is Jesse Waters talking about how we can leverage China. One is a trade war to get them to crack down on North Korea. A trade war which I think we would have some problems winning.
Yeah, it might be a little difficult, actually.
But the best is, of course, the sanctions package
Do
that's in the Security Council. Let's break this down for a moment. Sanctions package against North Korea. Now, he must be talking about sanctions against China.
I presumably, if I can follow anything he's saying, he looks as terrified as I am by the actual situation, just attempting to talk about it.
Right, exactly. Let's presume he's not talking about sanctions on North Korea because there's pretty heavy international sanctions against.
Do we think of that yet? Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, we do have sanctions.
All we need to do,
great.
go to the Security Council at the UN and get sanctions there. Here's one of the little flies in the ointment. In fact, the fly is larger than the ointment. In fact, I would say this is the ointment that is just sort of on the fly.
It constitutes
it's not
about
even a fly in the ointment.
Fifth of the ointment.
Yes. I would say, actually, no. The ointment constitutes like maybe a fraction of the fly in this situation. The Chinese have a permanent seat on the UN Security Council and will probably be a little bit reluctant to vote for sanctions against them.
Oh, this is the sanctions package against us. Pass.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to probably want to veto that. But let's hear what Jesse Waters, what else he has to say. You know, obviously, you can see he's looking down at this. This is the first time he's ever written notes. And it's not, I have a feeling it's not notes that he wrote. But let's check this out.
You know, they should send him to Chinatown to talk about this.
Exactly.
There's other things you can do. You have the UN Security Council sanctions package. You can do that. But again, another ban phrase, kicking the can down the road. Preemptive strikes, I believe, are too risky. It's too dangerous, and too many people will die. I think the only legitimate option is an assassination attempt or a coup. But that possibility is probably the most difficult. So I think what President Trump needs to do is make sure the North Koreans, but as well South Korea, Japan, China, and Russia, believe that we are going to take preemptive action unless, and here's the unless. I think the unless has to be the intelligence agencies of Russia, South Korea, Japan, and China, and the United States. They need to start collaborating and get some spies in there and get an assassination network or cell in there and to take preemptive action that way. Because I think a decapitation strategy is the best strategy.
Okay, everybody, I just watched The Five. Do we not have spies? Why didn't we think of this? We need to have spies, a spy cell, and create, let me check this out again, an assassination network. And they'll go in, they'll kill Kim Jong-il or Un or whoever it is still in power.
I already talked to Sheriff Clark.
They'll kill them all.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of relieved that Trump doesn't know that there's a global assassination
I also
network.
have a new appointment I want to make for a head of the intelligence agencies. Jesse, come on in here.
To quote Kim
He's the one who came up with the idea of the spies.
He's just spitballing on TV, and he still thought of a better idea than any of you people.
This is purely speculation, total speculation.
Is the speculation could be that Jesse Waters not so bright?
No, that would be a definitive statement that I would make. But just speculatively, I have never thought that watching Jesse Waters, I've never thought he seemed intoxicated until this time. This
Really?
clip, yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe they put him on that vacation and they were like, look, the way it works here is you do better if you're just shit-faced
We need
when
to-
you're on
I just
air.
have, like,
He did fill,
We just got rid of someone.
He did fill the, what do you call it, role.
He seemed drunk.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
have an image. He just seems like a dumb kid at a dinner table with an overbearing father who's just like, now what do we do about the North Korea situation, Jesse? He's like, the assassination option.
He just seemed like he got a little bit of the smug smacked out of him, and
There is a little bit of that.
yeah, and then he was just mildly. It's harder to tell.
The best is also
If someone hasn't
the
been
other people on the
drinking
panel,
before the thing
like
for
Juan Williams
30
and
years.
even Gilbert,
Gilbert Gottfried was there.
Gottfried.
Yeah.
No,
Gutfeld, yes.
Gutfeld. They're all just sort of looking around, just going like,
His name
the
was Greg
reaction shots.
Gutfeld, not Gilbert.
I like the way Gutfeld agreed at first, though, a really banal statement.
well, that agreement
show a lot
was
better.
a
He's like-
callback from something
He's like,
earlier. in
yeah,
the
that's
show.
what I said.
All right.
What's
American
can I just ask-
bastards, to quote
I
Kim
don't watch
Jong-un.
enough of the show, but like, what is wrong with Juan Williams? Like, what is
he
wrong
just-
with that guy?
he made a
He's a punching
choice
bag.
years
To
ago
be on it, and
to-
he just sits
made
there and
a-
he's just like, what
He
the
made
fuck?
a choice years ago to go from NPR to Fox for real money, and I think he realized like, ugh, may not have been worth it. Although he's much richer now,
First
probably.
day he walks
Yeah, but
away.
he could go on not on the 5.
Not
O'Reilly
oh,
rolls
well.
up to him like, "Hey, brother, man, give me some
Yeah,
skin."
I mean, he
And
just
Juan Williams
always
like,
looks
"Fuck."
he always looks somewhat like embarrassed at some point on the show.
Definitely. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos